So here we are back with the fats. Again, a monounsaturated and a polyunsaturated, those are called unsaturated because of the presence of at least one double bond. We talked about a saturated fat food source being animal sources, bacon, butter, creams, gravies, as well as palm oil and coconut oil. A monounsaturated fat source would be something like olive oil, nuts, seeds, almonds, canola oil, okay? And monounsaturated fat is what is called an omega-9 fat. And we don't hear a lot about omega-9 fats, but I just want to talk to you about the naming of this omega-9, okay? So we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's where our double bond is, our first double bond. So that means on the 9th carbon is it's an omega-9 fat. So when you hear the term omega-6 fat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's an omega-6 fatty acid, okay? Because the first double bond is found on the 6th carbon, okay? If this double bond was 1, 2, 3 right here, it would be called an omega-3 fatty acid, okay? A polyunsaturated fat or an omega-6 fatty acid like you see here, food sources for that would be things like corn oil, vegetable oil, soybean oil, cottonseed oil. And contrast that with an omega-3 fat would be things like our fatty cold water fish like salmon, tuna, mackerel, herring, chia seeds, flax seeds. And we'll talk about that more on this next slide. So our omega-6 and our omega-3 fatty acids are considered essential fatty acids, okay? So our linoleic acid is a polyunsaturated fat. Our linolenic acid is a polyunsaturated fat. We need both of these because they help with decreasing inflammation in our bodies. They help with decreasing our risk for things like asthma, skin disorders, rheumatoid arthritis. In particular, the omega-3s are the ones that are going to help with that inflammatory process. So here's our omega-3s and what they may play a role in prevention and treatment of. So heart disease, things like high triglycerides respond very well to omega-3 fatty acid increase in diet or supplementation. Diabetes, hypertension, arthritis, both osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis, and certain types of cancer. You'll see here that they're found primarily in fish oils, not the Friday night fish fry that most Wisconsinites eat. It's fish like salmon, anchovies, mackerel, tuna, more of that fatty fish. If you're a vegetarian or not a fish eater, your body can convert the EPA or the omega-3 fatty acids from seeds and nuts into the type of acid that will help with these conditions. So you're going to see that food sources as seeds like chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds, and walnuts. So vegetarians and non-fish eaters do not fret. Now, we didn't talk about saturated fat, but that TED Talks video that I posted in is one of my favorite videos talking about fats, and it talks about and shows the Grim Reaper with trans fat and his little hydrogenation gun. Trans fat is a man-made fat. We took this nice benign liquid fat like soybean oil, and food manufacturers put it through a process called hydrogenation to saturate that polyunsaturated chain with extra hydrogen so that it becomes what? Solid at room temperature. So visualize soybean oil going from liquid then to a stick of margarine. That's all thanks to the partial hydrogenation process. And in the 70s